I posted this survey a little while ago, and by that I mean October of last year. Sorry. To get some data on the internet's freakiness. Now that I have the data, I can safely say that yes, the internet is indeed freaky. And here's the proof. First, let's start off with the most general part of the participant data. It was a pretty even split between subscriber and non-subscriber. So it's safe to say that this survey won't be people just gushing over femboys. Trust me when I say it gets weirder than that. First up, the most general preference, whether you like men or women or anything not verbally mentioned just now. The most popular choice here was both men and women inclusive at 35%, with exclusively women following at 33%. Now, here's where stuff starts to deviate from normal, if you catch my drift. The next most widely chosen answer was it don't matter at roughly 20%. So you're telling me a fifth of y'all would just put it in literally anything. That's more than people who like men exclusively. More on all this later, but huh? Oh, and you want to know how many people liked men exclusively? Literally like 5 to 7%. So out of everyone who watches my videos, subscriber or not, less than 10% are just into dudes? I'm a femboy and well over 90% of my viewers are dudes. I thought more of y'all would be cock fanatics. Lastly, around 4% of you guys would rather not engage in intimate activity or your type somehow wasn't listed. I am scared of those for whom it may be the latter. In summary, a lot of y'all like puss, don't ya? Now on to the more specific stuff. Outside of what your basic type was, what attributes/style of individual most appealed to you? Keep in mind, each percentage used will be based on how many people out of all respondents pick that option. This means that the percentages will not add up to 100, as this was a multiple choices allowed type question. So just be aware of that for each category for the rest of the video. Now, to the surprise of no one, the most popular physical attribute was feminine, with around 3/4 of all respondents having chosen this one. People found this survey through a femboy video probably, so makes sense. And around 25% of you guys liked masculine individuals. Moving on to body composition, you guys would expect like a 33-33-33 split or something resembling that considering the three options, right? Wrong. Out of each body composition preference, buff was the most prevalent, coming in at around 29%, lanky was next, coming in at around 17%, and chonk is coming in last with around 6%. That means around 48% of y'all do not give a shit in regards to the body composition of your partner. Honestly, I think this is pretty reasonable. Half of everyone does have a body composition preference, with the other half looking elsewhere for satisfaction. So, fair enough. With that out of the way, it's time to get weirder. Enter the demi-human section. Good fuck. Starting off kinda normal, 69% nice, included neckos/cats in their response. Coming in second most popular was demons at a 52% inclusion rate. I have mixed feelings on this, as one, I am a demon, so seeing over half the responses include demons in their preferences makes me feel good. But two, there are some weird motherfuckers who responded to this that genuinely concern me. Personal feelings aside, I'd read off the rest of the data percentages for each section as well, but I'm only going to do the top 3 from here on, so this video isn't later than it is already. So, coming in third place was Inu/Canine Demi-Humans at an inclusion rate of 45%. So I would end it here, but I feel like it's the perfect time to introduce why I included this. This right here is you giving me permission to out you for the heinous shit you put. So now it's time to do that. On the more innocent side of things, one of you confused souls put human in the other option. That's what the non-applicable option is for. You gave me permission to out you, Kendricks_. Here's the entirety of your data on screen now. This is on you. Something I can give you props for, though, is that your preferences are pretty consistent with each other and I get a clear visual for your type. More than can be said for some others. Speaking of which, 14% of you fuckers included whatever the hell this thing is. What? So, 15 of you are telling me you'd fuck Zinch from 40k? I would publicly shame all of you, but you guys aren't as bad as the singular person who included everything by typing that manually in the other option. So I'm gonna publicly shame that person. Is what I would like to do if you attached a name to your results, but it makes sense considering you put 10 on fucking everything in the goddamn scale section coming up later. Honestly, it reminds me of the buffoonery that goes on in my Discord server, like asking me to get a low taper fade for $20. Or fucking up my pronouns. Personally, I get a kick out of the second one. I find it hilarious when people confuse me for a girl. Especially if it's on accident, like in this example. Shameless plug, by the way, but you're this far into the video, so join the Discord. You'll get to see my IRL outfits and some other stuff, so go join. Can I also ask you to hand me a subscription? I'm getting a model at 1,000 subscribers, so why not make that go a little faster since you seem to be enjoying my content? To finish this section off, one of you put "God help me," and I think that's funny because I hear your prayers, and the answer is no. Now on to your genre of person, which has me questioning at least one respondent's mental health and frankly criminal record. Again, keeping it with the top 3 choices included in responses, soft came in at 59%, submissive was at 52%, and dominant was at 41%. So if anything, I'm getting that most of you are boring and predictable. You're only normal freaky, where people will go, okay, sure, I guess, with some of the most normal fetishes ever. The trend in data seems to be that you lot are normal. This video was supposed to be me getting extremely concerned for y'all's well-being, but it turned out only a few of you are actual freaks. Speaking of actual freaks, this absolute fucking nightmare creature, whose name is on screen now, put something entirely illegal. I'm pretty sure I can't even include the first letter uncensored without getting nuked off YouTube. Before any of you ask, yes, this person released their data, so here's all of it. You're apparently a raging sadist, like it extremely rough, are a dom, and like brat taming. I hope you didn't put your actual name because you're probably on a few lists. Get help. Oh, and for that one person who said you might be cooked, yes you are, Skibbity Goku. Wait, what the fuck? Anyway, here's everything you put on the survey on screen now. It shouldn't have released your data, but at the same time, I don't think there's any actual risk to you considering what you put your fucking name as. Now for something a little more on the relatable side for me. One of you put calming, and all I can say is same, dude, I feel you. Now, let's just see who that was. Markiplier? I have no idea if this is actually Markiplier or not, although I'm pretty sure it's not. The odds of a big YouTuber like Mark watching femboy content, especially from me of all people, is extremely low. So I'm gonna have to ask you guys to quit using famous people's names to slander them for fun. Although Mark did do an OnlyFans. Fuck it, here's a summary of our so-called Markiplier's data. He's a mildly submissive and bratty guy who likes both men and women. More specifically, he likes the soft and doting mommy types. Additionally, he's into both short and tall, masculine and feminine people. He also likes them both. As for his demi-human preferences, he likes demons, dogs, cats, elves, and foxes. So far, it's safe to say he has a taste for the elegant but powerful and on the submissive side. He also prefers to be without toys in the bedroom. Again though, this isn't Markiplier. No way in actual hell it is. I should know, I live there. Again, quit slandering people, although this does seem to be pretty accurate to Mark and what he said in the past, but still. You motherfuckers are gonna get me in trouble one of these days, I swear. So, Markiplier, if you're watching this for some godforsaken reason, sorry. I don't know, one of my viewers just decided to impersonate you or something. Anyway, on to the next section. As for the general style of doing the dirty, a lot of you either liked it rough or soft, with a general preference leaning towards rough. This makes sense considering an overwhelming majority of you are some form of submissive. I'm gonna keep that in mind for the future. Weirdly enough though, most of you guys don't mess with brat play in any way, and almost half of you aren't any form of masochistic or sadistic. This is surprising because why in the hell do so many of you like it rough? Like, seriously, the liking it rough and masochism statistics don't line up at all, which I thought they would. Next, as much as I'd like to bash individual platforms, the overwhelming majority of people who responded to this survey use YouTube primarily. So I can't really dog on Reddit for liking feet too much, as A, that wasn't in any response/question, and B, barely anyone primarily uses Reddit. One of y'all primarily uses Facebook though, and I find that mildly entertaining. And now, on to the final category. Items. No, not those. The ones you use in the bedroom, dumbass. I mean, that is unless you like having Shadow the Hedgehog pop out from an assist trophy and chaos control you mid-pleasure fest, but I digress. It turns out damn near half of y'all want no items in the bedroom. 3 stock, full competitive rule set, last Smash reference, I promise. Next most popular is collars and leashes at 43%, following in third is ropes and other restraints at 28%. Y'all are, real bottoms, huh? Considering the rest of the results, a startling 18% put other items in their responses. I can only imagine what any of you could mean by that, and frankly, I don't want to know. Ever. So, in conclusion, the internet is indeed freaky, but not too freaky. Y'all like cat girls, which is expected of anime fans, which I assume most of you are, considering you watch a demon femboy. Anyway, you guys are pretty accepting in terms of body types, like it rough, and are absolute subs. The only conflicting bit of data among the highest occurring elements is that you guys also like soft people. So y'all like it rough, but from soft people? Make it make sense. You guys also don't like toys in the bedroom, so I can only assume some of you like getting choked or spanked for whatever reason. Don't try and defend or get me to agree with anything in the comments. I'm literally just gonna say no, cause I know what I like, and it hardly aligns with what I'm seeing in the survey, dear fuck. I'll leave what I like up for you guys to guess though. Not like I'll tell anyway. Regardless, you guys are normal freaky, which is disappointing. Therefore, I'm leaving the survey open and doing an update when I reach 1,000 responses and 5,000 subs on YouTube. Hopefully my humor will be at least a step up by then. Warframe / the first Ascendant vid in the works, and hopefully coming out sooner than this one did. See ya then.